FRC fam! It's Shai!
And it's Rap. Hello!
Hello! Welcome to another
again.
show! Hi Rap! Kamusta?
Hello! Hi Chai! Okay naman, bukod sa sobrang init sa mga panahon ngayon, di na ako mapakali sa bahay. Grabe talaga. Ang intense. Yung tipo nakaupo ka lang pagpapawisan ka na, di ba?
Grabe! Kahit nakatapat sa'yo yung fan, nakabukas yung aircon, kahit ano, like hindi na siya, wala na. As in,
Wala na.
Hindi siya nakaka-relate FRC fam out there. At nararamdaman we're all at the same temperature.
Yes,
Grabe.
summer na nga, kumaga.
That is so true. And sobrang lahat tayo, I'm pretty sure, kating-kating na what are we gonna be doing this summer? What's the next big thing? Paano ba natin ma-maximize ang bahay? Kasi for some, di ba, we're still in the pandemic, of course, we still wanna be careful. So, nandun pa rin tayo. So, we're spending summer at home. We're spending a lot of time at home. Pero may mga iba talaga na syempre, summer is the way to bond.
Yes, of course. Di mawawala yan, lalo na sa ating families at home. Alert level 1 na tayo. Kita ko, ang dami na talaga nasa labas. Personally, ako, ang dami ko na rin talaga labas eh. And gusto natin syempre paragi pa rin tayong safe. So, don't forget to wear your face masks to be safe at all times.
Yes, kahit nga ngayon na nag-record tayo, as in nakabukas si aircon, pero ang init pa rin. So, grabe talaga, iba yung weather ngayon. And I'm really excited kasi ngayon sa topic natin, which is summer fun with the fam. We're able to really know kung ano ba yung mga different activities, no, depending on the family, how do we involve the kids in the activities. Kasi ngayon, syempre, we've spent a lot of time with our families at home. We want to spend more time ngayon na summer kasi syempre ngayon yung wala ng schooling yung mga kids, medyo mas nandun na yung fun vibe. Iba yung pag narinig mo yung summer, di ba? Parang talaga, okay, excited na ako, ganyan. Kahit
wala nang pasok, gano'n.
Oo, nag-work na tayo ngayon, pero yung summer pa rin, iba pa rin yung vibe niya. So nakakatuwa kasi we have kids with us today. So introduce natin yung guest natin, Rap.
We have two families with us for this episode to share their own experiences of having their own fun as families. So mga bonding activities nila, share nila yan mamaya. So let's first welcome Mommy Wendy, Luna, and Seth. Hello, Seth and Mommy Wendy. Welcome to Church Alive.
Yes, good morning.
Welcome.
Hi, Rap. Hi, Chai. Yan,
Hello.
Hi,
Welcome
Seth.
to the show.
Hello.
Yes, and syempre, hindi mag-isa si Mommy Wendy and si Seth kasi we also have Daddy Javi and Mommy Des Padilla with us and their baby, Franco.
Hello! Hello, Church of
Hello.
FRC fam.
Hello.
Sabi ni Franco, he's not a baby daw.
Big
Ay,
boy.
that's true.
Sorry. That is so true. You are a big boy now.
Oo.
Welcome to the show, Franco. I'm really happy that you were able to join us today.
Hello.
Hey!
So we'll hear from them as we, of course, proceed with our episode for this morning. Ako excited ako marinig din yung mga kung paano na-experience ni Seth and ni Franco yung kanilang bonding activities at home. But siguro just to give more context at mas makilala pa natin yung families with us right now, maybe we can take some time for them to introduce fully yung buong picture ng family nila. Ilan ba sila? What do you guys do for a living? How are your kids, especially schooling ngayon? Maybe we can start with Mommy Wendy.
Yes, I'm Wendy, Mommy Wendy. I'm a full-time housewife, and while my husband is a civil engineer. So for the past 2 years, I got the opportunity to homeschool Seth, while all other boys continue with their school in Yale. So it was this time that now they're all actually online in their classes.
Ala, hinantok na si Seth. Warning.
How many brothers do you have, Seth?
5.
5 brothers.
Wow, 5 brothers.
Big family.
So 6 boys.
Yes, 6 boys.
How's that naman, Mommy Wendy, na all boys tapos 6 pa?
Thank God, Roy, the father, is really involved naman in everyday activities, no? So it's fun. It's adventurous every day. We let them discover things, pero dasal na lang para sa safety.
How about you, Seth? What do you look forward to the most in your day?
Biking.
Biking.
Biking!
Wow.
We just learned to bike
So
months
training
ago.
wheels.
That's
Wow.
so nice.
No training wheels. He's so proud.
Oh, galing naman. Can imagine
Most
that's
kids
fun,
ngayon,
no?
games eh. Like, di ba, what you look forward to, I'd be able to play on my iPad, you know. That's not why it's biking.
Yeah.
Oh, physical
Then,
activity. Yeah.
Together with his kuya, yon. We were able to, actually every afternoon, 4 o'clock, that's the time, finish or not finish kami sa homeschool.
Biking
Physical
talaga.
activity
Biking
na sila.
time.
And then
Oo.
running around kasi meron ding playground na medyo malapit. So, they go there for physical
Yes.
activity naman.
Oh, that's so nice. How about Daddy Javi, Mommy Des? Ano naman yung, how's your family? Maybe you can provide us a quick background.
Thank you first for inviting us. Des and I were both missionaries for Missionary Families of Christ. I'm in charge of the home office of our community, and Des is in charge of our shop. She's the general manager. So we're both full-time missionaries. We have 5 kids, 4 girls and 1 boy. Franco is our middle. So he has 2 ates
Wow.
and 2 younger sisters.
Only boy.
Yeah, only boy. Hindi kami 6 boys. And well, lahat sila online school. The challenge now is kasi
Because it's been so hot.
nag-extend
And,
sila
yeah.
over the summer. They changed the school year, diba? Naging over the summer. So,
Yes,
init din.
So what we did, because they used to have their computers in their own rooms, binaba namin sa
Living room.
living room. So
Oh.
yung setup namin,
Parang computer
parang
shop.
computer.
Oh.
But it's fun kasi I mean, they're used to being with each other naman. I mean, especially during the pandemic. So
Yes. Oo.
it's been good for them, I think. And they really get to, parang they just get, they say, kuya, ate, ganyan, or whatever. They help each other. Tabi-tabi na lang kasi sila. But I think it's been good. It's been good having them here and them being together.
Yeah. Parang blessing having a lot of kids. The pandemic wasn't as hard. Kasi nga,
Aha.
we all played with each other. They all had support from one another. So, that was one blessing of having 5
Is it
kids.
good? Was it good?
Did you like it, Franco? That you're parang always bonding with your siblings. Kahit na they're older, how's that for you?
It's easy.
Oh, that's good.
It's
Do you have like a favorite sibling?
Me.
Yeah. Nice answer, Franco.
Yes.
Parang office yung na-imagine ko parang may kanya-kanya silang
Set
desks,
up.
sa
Well,
room.
parang ganyan nga. Oo.
Oo. But Franco, how about you? What do you look forward to the most in your day, especially over this pandemic?
I like playing games.
Do you play with your classmates or your siblings?
I play with my classmates sometimes.
Oh,
Okay.
that's nice. Kahit pa paano, you don't get to see them face to face, but you have that bonding moment also with your classmates.
Tapos meron kami yung my sister and brother-in-law, they live nearby. So,
Okay.
whole pandemic, they were able to meet their cousins and have face-to-face playtime. So, yun din, blessing din.
Tama.
Oh.
More playmates. Oo.
Iba talagang malapit din sa'yo eh. Kasi you get to bond with them kahit na, yun nga, parang pandemic, you can't go
That
out.
is true. So lalo na ngayon, pa-summer na, malapit na siguro matapos din yung mga school nila, no, ng mga bata. But I want to go back to pre-pandemic just to give parang medyo pa-flashback man lang ng family experiences natin, no. What were some of your favorite bonding activities before the pandemic hit, like before the lockdown and quarantine season?
Siguro I'll start, no? As we mentioned, we have 6 boys, but somehow they have different hobbies and interests. So, merong yung the first 3, medyo young adults na. And the last 3 is medyo kiddie pa. So, we decide to provide them an environment also where they can nurture their interests while at home. Nurture interest, their gifts, their talents. So sometimes when some of them are playing piano, we encourage them to play guitar, violin, flute. So sometimes when during the special occasions, we have a mini concert at home that we ask them to play one song that they can play together. Meron din kaming small lanay sa likod na may basketball court. Yung garden ko, nahati sa gitna para malagyan malagyan ng ng ring para sa mga boys. So they do that. They play once in a while, playing darts, board games, and we also invested yun nga yung bike na before kasi all the kuyas lang are able to bike together around the village, but Seth is so proud now that he can do it also. And I think 2 days lang yata he removed his training wheels na.
Today?
Wow!
That's not today.
Parang
How
one
many
day
days?
lang.
10 days. So he was he's really, that's one of his milestone ngayong summer sa kanya. So those are the things that somehow encourage them to do during the time that we're at home. And also what brings us together naman yung meal times. Ito kasi yung somehow we decided together with Roy na kahit na magkakasama sa bahay, parang they have their own rooms to go to, their comfortable places. And sometimes, lalo na yung mga adults, di ba, hindi mo na alam kung kailan gigising, may klase ba o wala. So parang sinasabi namin, okay, we don't have breakfast together, but definitely for lunch and dinner, we'll have it together. So that's one thing that we decide as a family. So kung titingnan mo rin yung bahay namin, medyo mas malaki yung area ng kainan, yung dining at saka kitchen. Lumiit nga lang yung pantry namin nung pandemic kasi alam nyo na laging favorite hobby of opening the ref and the cabinets, the
Hanap ng
pantries
pagkain,
for
tama.
food.
Yan yung favorite hobby.
So yun. So those are the things that we do. Although nung early pandemic, parang we allow them to go on chores kasi inabutan ako na yung washing machine, we were not able to buy an automatic washing machine. So the old kuyas take turns in helping me out in the chores in washing the clothes. But some of them also who's into cooking and baking, kuya, Ian, Joshua. Oh, Ian and Joshua, they are my assistants. Two of them learned to bake cookies, muffin, yung mga ganyan. So, yung mga boys nahilig din. While some of them also learn to prepare their own favorite breakfast or snacks, like crepe, whose favorite is crepe, right, Seth? French toast, ano ba yan? Pancake. Yeah. So, yung mga favorites nila, parang sinimulan na namin doon na, sige, that's your favorite, learn to cook it.
Tama,
So, yung mga yon, and then some physical activities nga, like yung mga basketball, frisbees, kasi may small area din naman, that they go together. Buti na lang, medyo madami sila. So, they can tag along each other if they want to play something. So, yung kuya naman, Kuya Nathan was also into basketball na. So, he trained Seth. Who's your Kuya Nathan? Your PE teacher? Yeah. Since homeschool siya, si Kuya Nathan yung kanyang PE teacher and most of the time, they do basketball nga yung tinitrain niya. So, yun, yung mga kapatid niya, I also involve them into helping him in different subjects. Like Kuya Nathan sa PE, yung sino yung sa music? Kuya Gab. Kuya Gab is into music. He plays piano kasi. So, he also teach him and the other boy with piano. So, the other one is teaching him naman in language. So, math silang lahat. So, kahit sino pwede magturo sa kanya.
Kompleto pala yung faculty mo dyan, Seth.
Oo nga, sobra. Kaya parang it's really a blessing to decide to homeschool kasi it's an encouragement then for the kuyas to teach him and to relate with him.
You even teach me math because you told me what divide by means.
What divide by means. The division, this learning division. First time na inaaral na divide daw. So, enjoy naman siya. And he often goes to them anytime. Yun lang, may mga times na nagka-cutting classes, nagpupunta sa mga room ng mga kuya.
Ganun
Sometimes,
yung itsura ng
after
cutting
lunch,
ngayon.
sabi ko, where's my student? He's there with Kuya Nathan sleeping. So, he has
Yun.
his own way of going to them, each of them, and bonding with them.
Siguro, quick follow-up lang, Mami Wendy, no? You mentioned a lot about activities, especially
Yeah.
over this pandemic. What would you say was a big difference from those activities or bonding moments pre-pandemic? Like, ano yung pinaka-malaking change doon?
Actually, before the pandemic, it's somehow the same. It's just that we have a lot of time now. No, before we really create opportunities pa. Ngayon nandiyan na. Parang it's so easy to call someone to walk around, especially with Roy. Dati kasi parang may travel time pa, a lot of school work. Ngayon, medyo mas available sila and we inform them that this is the schedule and ako rin, in-encourage ko sila, sige na, help daddy also to become fit by joining him walking around the village. So, yung mga ganon. But we also love to eat din kasi. So, the boys love to eat, especially Japanese food, right?
Wow.
So,
Kaya,
kung before we go to restaurant, now we just order or sometimes do drive-thrus. So, ano na lang din, drive around with the kids. So, that's a thing that we somehow different. Dati, especially kapag gusto namin ng mga barbecue, ngayon dito na lang din sa sa Lanay, we just do grilling, no? And somehow nakatulong pa nga rin kasi naturuan namin silang mag-ihaw and at the same time to prepare the grilling equipment, no, and the cleaning afterwards. So yung mga bagay na yon, that is something that you cannot teach during pre-pandemic kasi they're so busy with their schedule.
Salamat,
Pero
Mami
nakita ko yung
Wendy.
factor ng space sa house. Kasi a lot of the activities you pointed out, Mommy Wendy, is that parang different areas talaga involving the house. So, ngayon din, personally, actually, na-realize ko din yun na naging malaking factor where you're living and the spaces you have at home. Kasi that's where you spend a lot of time on, different bondings dun din. Kasi you have to make do with the space that you have also. So, it's nice that you were able to maximize it in a way na nagiging bonding nyo rin yung, like for example, nagda-darts, basketball, biking, tapos yung ihaw-ihaw. Nakakatuwa.
Optimizing what you have.
Yes,
Ganun.
exactly.
There was school activities pa of one of the boys that father and son at school. So we take that opportunity. We also have the tent in the garden. Maliit man yung garden. Sige, nag-tent sila ni daddy niya. They do their eating there and do the activities of the school. While me naman, I had a chance with another boy, mother and son naman. Although parang talo ako doon kasi medyo physical activities yung ginawa namin. But it was fun, parang taking those opportunities then to bond with one of them, with the kids, given na meron naman talagang activities sa school. So we grabbed that opportunity.
How about Mommy Des and Daddy Javi? How's your bond? Did it change kasi nagkaroon ng pandemic or not so much?
Actually, I agree with Mommy that before the pandemic, parang iba-iba sila the different personalities. So there were a lot of classes, like our eldest was into piano, ballet. Our second daughter was a varsity swimmer. And then this one, Franco, was into soccer. So iba-iba. So ang daming activities at different places. Hindi kami masyadong ma-mall. We don't really go to the mall. So we make it a point to go to the beach or go outside. Having 5 kids and they're all different, parang we were jumping from one activity to the other, scheduling and all that stuff. And then the pandemic hit, so everything moved inside. Yeah. So that's where yung activities like wala na yung swimming, wala na yung ballet.
Yeah.
But I think everybody or a lot of kids got into baking.
We enjoyed that for some time. Then you learn how to bake stuff. Even you were helping for some time, right? But it's really more of the ates.
Yeah.
And then we also well, since it was a pandemic and not allowed to go out, we encouraged them to paint the walls of our perimeter.
Yeah, so we
Oh.
have a perimeter wall na blanco. So what we did is we told them, oh, you can do anything you want there. So they started making
Wow.
murals. All the kids did it together, drawing. So we have one with flowers and another with bugs.
Wow.
Bahala kayo, do whatever you like.
So far, dalawa pa lang.
Dalawa. So, and then we went into a lot of online activities. So there were some youth camps, some kids conferences, and then we went also into praying the rosary every day. So I think that's one thing that really blessed our family during the pandemic. Every night we come together, aside from the meals that we have together. And during meals, walang gadget, no gadget. No one is allowed to touch a gadget during meals. Then we pray the rosary every night. So what we did to make it more exciting for them is my rosary sponsor kami every night. So each kid is a rosary sponsor for the night. So they get to choose who leads the decade. So parang may excitement. Ito kang maglilid. You don't know kung maglilid ka or hindi. So they get to choose. So I think that was also a good experience for them over the pandemic. Online school sila lahat, different schedules, but because we have two older girls, they get to help the younger ones, especially.
That's been a blessing to us. I think same with si Mommy Wendy na they get to help us kasi we need help. I need help. The other kids, and sometimes when we're out, tapos wala yung learning assistant. Though independent naman yung youngest namin, she's 6. But sometimes walang mag-encourage sa kanya. Hindi niya gagawin eh. Parang break time lagi yung mga ILT, yung mga asynchronous times. So that. Also, parang I think what we did mostly was also like, I'd buy, online yung mga painting kits where you buy the mga porcelain stuff and then they buy.
Oh, yes.
So, buying color, yun nga, yung parang to entertain them. And our recent purchase, kasi hindi naman kami big on gaming, like consoles.
Yes.
We realized that it would be good for our kids to have it as a bonding, and it's been good for us. We bought a Nintendo Switch.
Oh, yes.
Ilang sets? Initially, parang 4 sets lang. So may isang maiiwan, kawawa naman. So now we bought more, and then nakakatuwa kasi when they play it, they play a few games, Smash Bros and Animal Crossing. So parang it's really has been a bonding activity. Sorry, my hands now. It's a bonding activity for them. Also when the cousins come to play.
You, Franco, what do you have to say?
I like biking also.
Wow.
How about what's the favorite thing that you do with your sisters?
I play games with them.
Games. What games do you play with them?
Genshin Impact.
Genshin. So
But
your
there's
sisters
time-
also play Genshin.
But at the time also, di ba sabi ni Mommy Wendy, they do sports. Sila naman, the sisters, they do fashion show.
Wow!
They dress up, they do fashion shows, they make plays.
Yeah, that's what
We record them.
Oh, my
cute.
gosh.
With 4 girls kasi, di ba? So iba yung gusto nila.
Ibang dynamics din.
Cute din, cute.
Tsaka kailangan magamit kahit pa paano yung mga damit sa closet. Pick, no?
Hindi puro
Para
kami
Mismo.
hindi alikabukan.
That's the way to go. Cute ng fashion show.
Parang what I also saw is what this pandemic brought about is parang na-bring out niya yung common interests at home.
Yes.
Or kung hindi man common interests, parang common bonding experiences na, kasi ito yung ginagawa ng karamihan. Sali din ako dyan. And then it ends up a family bonding experience na yun nga, parang yung baking, games, or things that you can do together at home. So nakakatuwa kasi nga, it won't necessarily happen pre-pandemic kasi I can imagine may kanya-kanyang training schedules.
Walang time. Like yun yung main. And parang wala akong time gawin yan or to explore or to try. Pero you want to.
walang convenience ng proximity na nandito lang tayo
Exactly.
lahat sa bahay.
Exactly.
I'd like to add, parang for the past couple of years that we're all stuck at home, wala kang choice di ba?
Yes.
But to get to know what works for everybody.
Mhm.
Or else, di ba,
That's
mag-aaway-away lang tayo. So, a challenge namin as parents is to find those things that will bring us all together. Since we're all stuck at home, there's no choice. So, yung mga art activities or baking, sige, support namin yan. Basta mag-bonding kayo lahat.
Tama.
Basta walang away tayong lahat and peaceful.
The house is not big enough for people to fight. So, we need to find ways na mag-bonding tayo.
Tama. That's nice. Siguro ngayon, we're entering as yung sa kwentuhan natin kanina, Chay, na re-realize na natin na, mas nakakaluwag na, mas nakakalabas-labas na yung families, alert level 1 na, with the context of our pandemic. Maybe I'm interested to know from the parents, like, are there any plans already or may mga naiisip na ba kayo na bonding activities na medyo patawid na not necessarily at home, but things that you're looking forward as a family?
Siguro before going out of the house, yung lang yung plano naming ituloy, no? During this time na medyo umaangat na yung natin, level, no? Parang we would like to continue protecting our mealtime since we already established it and see that it works, it helps us know them even more. Parang encourage them to bond together during mealtimes. We will continue to do that. And somehow, yung celebrating milestones, hindi ko pala na-mention kanina that one of the things that we do also during the pandemic was really celebrate milestones, yung mga birthdays nila, how simple it may be. I remember Nathan was the first one who had a birthday celebration, and then I can buy a cake outside, di ba? You don't want to go out early time of pandemic, so we just made a pancake made of pancake na cake siya. So, and then celebrated in Zoom with friends. So, parang, yung mga birthdays, anniversaries, even our anniversaries with Roy, parang we just celebrated at home, but with them and with music, playing them together, and then special meals. So, we also would like to continue attending the Mass kasi during the pandemic, Mass, the daily rosary, katulad nila Mommy and Daddy, Diliano, na parang these are the times that we were able to encourage the children to do. Pay the rosary, whatever you're doing at 6 o'clock, we will do it together with others. Ano pa nga kami naka-Zoom pa kami with other friends in the community. And we want to continue doing that and celebrating Lord's Day on Saturdays, Sundays. And yung mga physical activities nila every afternoon, no, Seth, biking will continue, running around, physical activities, medyo importante talaga sa mga boys, so hindi mawawala yon. A big dream of us this summer is to visit his aunt, their aunt in Australia. Actually, medyo, big dream for us. Roy kasi is attending a conference, but God willing, if it will happen, we will be very happy with that. But if not, we'll celebrate summer here. Medyo mas pa rin sila sa swimming. Yan, swimming activities pa rin.
Yes.
And especially visit Lolo and Lola, Seth, right?
Yeah.
And cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they also would like to see more time their cousins and Lolo and Lola in the province.
Excited ka na, Seth?
Yeah.
Yes. Right.
One of my friends didn't even come here for so long.
Another cousin.
Ah,
Another cousin of him, he likes to see daw kasi matagal na yung hindi nakikita.
Oh, okay. So, I'm sure you're looking forward to play again with that cousin of yourself. Ganda nung sinabi niyo, Mommy Wendy. Actually, I'd like to highlight that. Yung parang before even also looking forward to what we can do right now na mas nakakaluwag na. To decide in the family, like, what are the things that we want to continue from the pandemic. I think that's a really important thing too.
Kasi yun yung magiging mahirap na, parang, paano, ba't i-maintain? Patapos na, nag-iiba na yung life. Kasi syempre, nag-iba yung setup. So, that's really the challenge, I think, kahit like sa amin sa family. Ngayon, unti-unti, parang hindi na rin as sabay-sabay,
Tama.
yung ganon. But, yun nga, we still try to bond, like, as much as we can, kahit na we're mas lumalabas na rin. So, I think that's common to the families rin na, syempre, you have kids, you have older kids, so, nagkakaroon ng iba't ibang plans, especially summer,
Yes.
di ba?
Oo.
Pero, one common thing also is that summer is like really a time for bonding and catching up. Parang yun yung nakikita ko. Even Seth is excited to bond with his cousin. So, that's really something, no? How about si Franco? Franco, what are you looking forward to this summer?
What are you looking forward this
I
summer?
want to go to the beach.
Go to the
Oh,
Wow,
me
yes.
too!
Yan, that's excited
Yes.
kami because with the lower levels, we have some schedules planned, a farm to go to the beach. So yung mga hindi namin nagawa for the past 2 years, ayan, labas na natin.
Yes,
Bago
tama.
mag-lockdown ulit if ever. So
Yes!
let's beat the level first, try to go out, and then hopefully things level up. So yeah, we have some exciting family trips planned. Local lang, wala pang
Mhm.
no plane rides involved, just local drives
Road trip lang.
or road trips
Even
lang.
that is such a big deal now. Yung parang basta mapunta ka lang sa ibang lugar besides your house and you're with your family.
Malaking bagay
parang
na
malaking
yun.
bagay talaga.
Maraming preparation, yung mga mask, mga alcohol, just also orienting them na hindi like
Yes.
before, you just can't run around to a crowd of people.
Mm-mm.
Just to be safe, just medyo paranoid moves lang. So you just letting them know exactly how to
Yes.
take care of themselves also.
We're still in the pandemic, but at least we have that leeway for us to have outdoor activities as families. So,
And go to the
something to really
beach.
look forward.
How about kayo, Rap? Ano yung, like, kunyari, family mo, ano yung usual bonding moments nyo this summer or before nung pandemic ba, may nag-change din sa inyo?
I'd say, for the most part, nag-resonate talaga ako with the families that we've heard, that we have sa inyo po for this episode. Na talagang nagkaroon ng common time. I think that's a big thing.
Mm-mm. Yes.
And then looking forward to siguro yung mga luwag-luwag ngayon. Wala pa kami eksaktong plans. I think what we're experiencing now is yung transition din. So nare-realize namin, ako personally, yung my work entails me to go out more often na. So nare-realize ko yung mga previous structures namin na chore assignments, pati family time together. Mas nami-miss out ko na sila ngayon. Kasi nga, nag-iiba na, nagta-transition na. So, I'm still finding, parang kailangan namin ulit mag-family meeting para mag-set ng ano ba yung mga schedules natin, how can we accommodate the changes, and what do we need to protect? So, as Mommy Wendy mentioned kanina. But, I guess, looking forward also to outdoor activities as a family. So, pretty soon, I can imagine parang sila, Mommy Des and Daddy Javi will have some things planned out then eventually. Pero ngayon kasi busy rin sa school yung mga kapatid ko. So,
Okay.
waiting on that, yes. Kayo, Chay?
Kami actually, mga next week. Next week. Meron naman kami parang simple gathering lang with the family. Actually, late celebration ng mom ko. Tapos, just gonna go swim. Parang nag-rent lang ng house, Airbnb. Tapos,
Yeah.
swim. As long as may pang-swimming dyan, like, okay na yan.
Oo, tama.
Ma-feel mo lang yung summer, parang malaking bagay. And even yung fact lang na we get to see relatives na we don't get to bond as much anymore because of the pandemic
Actually,
na.
yes.
Yun yung
very-
parang malaking bagay that we look forward to as a family also. Yun nga, hindi kayo nakakalabas as before. Yung dati na dinners, usually you can go, diba, go to dinners with them. Ngayon, parang wow, ang big, parang milestone ngayon to see them. So parang you make it a point to make it, somehow special for everyone. So swimming, yun yung nilook forward ko, at least this summer. And yun nga, for also my friends yun, parang we're having plans to like.
Yeah. Siguro ito naman, we're moving towards sharing our own tips and insights from our families. Of course, yung mga ka-benefit yung ating FRC fam dyan. If you are still there with us, we'd like to encourage you to comment down below. Ano ba yung mga pinagkakaabalhan nyo as families right now? What are you guys looking forward to? Ngayon, nakakaluwag-luwag na tayo, no? But we'll hear from our families here. kung ano yung pinaka-tips nga nila, no, in their family bonding activities. And siguro, gusto ko simulan yun with the question on why do you think it's important to have these activities as families?
Kami, we deliberately spend time with our kids kasi we realize, me personally, na they're not gonna be kids forever. And they're not gonna want to be with us all the time, especially when they get older. They'll have friends, they'll have their own gimik, ganyan. Syempre, also ganyan. Sometimes our kids go sleep with us. Franco would be beside each other. I sleep beside the other two kids, ganyan. Kasi gusto pa nila eh. So parang for me, yung family bonding, and especially the last 2 years, it's really, maraming syempre, yeah, there have been many difficulties, but it's also been a blessing because it allowed me personally to see also how my kids are. Kasi you see a different side of them kasi kahit paano, in the house, but still in school, na I don't get to see when I'm in their school, even if I visit. Parang I have a kid pala na very, hindi bossy eh, pero very
Opinionated.
assertive, kaya niya mag-control. I mean,
Strong-willed.
She can, no names. She can delegate. Yung mga ganon. May kid
Yes.
hindi siya takot to delegate or ask. Tapos may isang kid naman ako na okay lang siya na gawin lahat. Yung mga ganon. So, I get to see that side of my kids that I don't get to see because nga when they're in school. Also, family bonding kasi we want them to know, kasi this is the best time for them to know that we will always be there for them. Yun nga na habang kasama pa sila now, I think nga, blessing to all families yung being together, especially I'm sure your parents will say the same thing. Having you almost 24, 24/7 for some time with them. Kasi even, because we would never have done that otherwise. I mean, hindi man ako sad na natatapos yung pandemic. Syempre, life has to go on. Pero parang, I'm grateful for the opportunities created and the memories as well.
How about Mommy Wendy?
Yeah, I agree, no? Yun yung silver lining of the pandemic, being with them most of the time. Parang that's one thing that we really treasure, that we have given this opportunity. Kami nga ni Roy, we have these 3 young adults. So they're basically on the time that they try to explore, they try to have more gimmicks, no? But thank you for the the lockdown that they lessened that, na alam nila kung bakit, no? And also the opportunities talaga na binibigay sa amin na mas makilala pa sila, mas magkaroon ng oras para sa kanila, because we really have this this is very important for us to really deepen and enriches our relationship towards one another. And malaking bagay na nagawa ito. This is also time for us to impart to them our vision of our family, no, what we value, what our dreams, no, and these are the things that somehow gives us opportunities to impart it to them, na hindi siya hard sell, but really on a day-to-day spending time together, no. So also yung appreciation of one another. So it's an activity for us that we get to appreciate each other's giftedness, and somehow encouraged for the weaknesses na meron naman sila.
Nakakatuwa makita kasi magkakasundo, like, na parang you really find a common activity to bond with each other, no? Kasi I think with the different age gaps, no, it's really inevitable na kind of mag-iiba yung mga interests.
For sure, yeah.
Diba? The age gaps talaga is a major factor. So maybe I also want to hear from our families, no, paano naman yung mga parents who have really, like, kunyari, big age gaps, no? But of course, family bonding is really important, especially fostering a good relationship among your siblings. Kasi, syempre, diba, kahit na iba-iba ng age gaps, it's important to still have that bond. So maybe we want to hear from Daddy Javi and Mommy Des, and then Mommy Wendy, of how would you mediate, no, between yung mga iba't ibang interests ng kids, iba't ibang age gaps, so that we can give more tips to our other families out there.
Between each of our children, 2 years, di ba? So we have 15, 13, 11, 9, 7. But when you look between the eldest and the youngest,
Yes.
8-year gap yun.
Mm-hmm.
Talagang iba yung interest ng ate sa bunso. So what we try to do is parang take turns din. So if the ate's like baking, everybody will try baking first. If the youngest wants to do dress up, then they'll all do dress up. So siya yung gusto ng fashion show. Or our second to the youngest wants to be Miss Universe in the future. So magme-makeup sila, ganyan, magpa-fashion show, magra-rampa, ganyan. Si Franco likes biking. So they go biking together, they go to the park. So parang they take turns of what each kid wants. So us as a family, yun yung gawin namin for that day or yun yung gawin namin for that afternoon. So everybody has their parang spotlight time. That's one way now we've learned over the bonding over the past 2 years that we've been together.
That's nice. I'm curious to know lang, Daddy Javi, no? So lahat ba ng bonding moments ng siblings kasama ang parents or merong times na parang okay, sila lang. Parang they decide,
sila magkakapatid.
Mommy, Daddy will just go somewhere where we're gonna bike, or talagang yung make it a point na sama naman kami or something.
Sama kami.
Sama
So
kayo.
they suggest it pero kasama kami. Well, during the 2 years na nandito kami sa bahay, sumasama kami. But for the past few weeks na we go to work already, we have less time that we hang out with them as siblings. Pero we try to make it a point na pag pwede, kasama din kami.
Oh, that's nice.
How about kayo, Mommy Wendy?
So sa amin, ganun din. Our eldest is 19. He just turned 19 and Seth is 6. So medyo malaki yung gap now.
Wow.
So medyo iba-iba rin talaga yung interest nila at saka yung varying age. Although medyo parang kung di-divide namin ni Roy, parang 2 groups lang naman. The young adults, first 3, and then the last 3 is
May division.
They can band together. So somehow it's quite challenging to bring them all together. But for the boys kasi, isa lang ang dyan magandang common to all of them is good food. Tama ba yan?
Yes.
Good food. So ako na dati hindi ako masyadong magluto, but the pandemic brings out the best in me that I tried new dishes and they were able to like it naman. And so yun, food talaga. And some outdoor activities then when you have to sometimes travel around, road trip, yan. Gusto nila yan. Something that brings them together. So, kapag may mga times naman na bonding din with Roy, I let them, especially boys thing na parang allow them to grow as their manly character with their dad. I don't mind. Parang sabi ko, I don't mind. I also need my me time. So, and at the same time, yung mga little boys, medyo mas sa akin naman yan. Parang in terms of if they want to bake, cook, something that they can be together, medyo mas ako yung nag-address sa kanila. But yun, I allowed Roy to bond with them. Or sometimes sila lang, kapag biking and then I have a meeting. But just few reminders lang of what they have to be careful about and to look after the need of the youngest, si Seth, whenever they go biking kasi sa loob lang din naman ng village. So, yung mga ganon. Kaya somehow they have that time. Nathan has his time with Seth in terms of playing around yung basketball, as I've mentioned a while ago, na it's okay for us to, siguro dahil marami sila, Daddy Shafi, na parang we allow them to bond together and sometimes we're not in the picture. it's okay.
Salamat, Ma'am Wendy. Tama, importante rin yung me time para sa parents. I can
Yes.
imagine, 6 boys, Ma'am Wendy, grabe po yun.
Agree ako dun sa me time. Kahit ako gusto ko rin ng me time. Ilan kayo
Yes.
magkakapatid ulit, Rap?
Kami, 4. So, I'm the eldest. Then,
Uy,
I have 2
eldest din ako.
sisters, and then bunso na brother.
Oh, mas marami kayo. Kami naman 3. Pero feeling ko parang
Okay.
grabe na. Wild na yung 3. As in,
All girls ba kayo? Or
hindi. One boy. Yung middle yung boy. And then 2
okay.
girls.
Para
yung
sila
youngest
Franco.
namin. Oo. Actually. Tapos yung youngest kong sister, nag-start lang ng college. Just never pa sila nag-face-to-face. All online.
Okay. Over pandemic.
Yes. And nakikita mo yung difference din kung paano sila mag-socialize. Like, grabe. Like, talagang lagi sila nag-uusap online, video call.
Importante
Or yung,
yun ngayon.
Discord. Yung parang...
Discord, yes.
Yes. Do you use Discord, Franco?
Yes, I do.
Do you use it for
Discord, di ba
class
Discord?
or for gaming?
For games.
Okay.
Yes, actually, sikat siya
Yun yung
for
bonding
games
talaga
eh.
ngayon ng mga...
That
Mga
also daw
Going
wants
classmates.
me time. Seth wants his me time daw also. So,
Okay,
what will you
later.
do
Later,
with your me
Seth.
time? What will you do with
Konti
your
na
me
lang,
time?
Seth.
I can watch TV, I can eat candy
Ken.
without telling my parents.
Eat candies.
And
Always
I
And
can do
sleep.
whatever I want. And I can mess up my bed.
mess up your bed.
And without mommy is
Wow.
there.
Okay.
Actually, since nandun na tayo sa usapang me time din, no, I can imagine all the siblings and children would also have that idea for them. So I'm
Yes.
interested to know sa parents, especially when we plan family activities, what are the usual obstacles when you try to push for bonding activities as a family? Kasi mahirap nga mag-put together ng iba-ibang minds and personalities to
And
do
yung
something.
dami rin. Yeah.
Oo, dami. Lalo na with our families here, 5 and 6 children. That's a lot. Ako nga, yung 4 pa lang, nalaramihan na rin
Yung
ako
3
sa
nga
amin.
eh. Feeling ko, wow,
Ay.
gulo na.
Oo. So how do you deal with that? And how do you give that mindset to the children to be able to participate in your plans as families?
Oh, how do we do that? Siguro it's more of convincing them. Hindi lang pwede biglaan, di ba? Parang we let them know
Yeah.
yung mga plans,
Yeah.
what is expected, what we're gonna be doing. Kasi nga iba-iba yung personalities nila, like what Des was saying. We have a daughter who is very happy-go-lucky, easygoing. Another one who's very detail-oriented. So it's just really explaining to them sa language nila, like what we're going to do, where we're going to go,
What are the activities?
what are the activities. So
The older kids, they prepare their own stuff na eh. So, syempre paplano syempre girls, paplano yung outfit, ganyan,
Yes.
ano yung mga whatever. Dun sa kids na younger, ang preparation kami pa rin. Pero it helps for them to know beforehand nga, what are the things you can do there. Kasi sometimes like yung mga yung mga maliliit, they'd rather swim. The older ones,
gusto lang magbasa lang.
like to read.
Take pictures of outfits.
Yan, mga ganyan. Selfie, ganyan. So iba-iba. So we try to find out where we're going, what can be done, what can we do as a family, what can you do by yourself if you want any time, and things like that. Parang sabi nga, when you have more people involved, mas complicated. So we try to prepare beforehand. And after how many years na ginagawa, I think more or less we know na how to convince them on what to do, where to go, how to prepare. So, and for the past few years, we've gotten to know them even more.
Sa amin din, no, you could imagine yung schedule lang nila na iba-iba, lalo na yung mga young adults. So, we have to, katulad nila Daddy Shabby na really planning ahead is a key, na alam nila that actually even before they plan, dapat nakaplano na tayong mga parents. Para medyo nakapakilagay na yan, heads up na to itong date na to. Or sometimes we involve them in setting the date kasi sometimes meron din naman silang activity. So we're into that, discussing with them yung schedule, kung ano yung gusto nilang gawin. and really trying to involve them dun sa planning, yung mga kuya, the big kuyas. Ang hirap din minsan, parang no interest of going out. Yung
Mhm.
medyo yung mga sons ko, parang they really felt the comfort of the home. Okay
Aha.
naman, maganda naman, parang okay din sa amin, 'di ba? Parang masaya na nasa bahay lang sila. But sometimes we really have to create this activity and really go out kasi they will be forced to leave their rooms and bond, no, do things together. So, yon, we discuss it with them, tapos we vote kung anong gustong gawin. Example, when we just went out to Tagaytay last time, and we ask them what they will do, and we also look for amenities kasi sometimes hindi lahat into swimming, or buti nga may pool doon na nakita namin. Tapos merong may pinuntahan kami na merong gym na yung mga young adults ko medyo into weights na daw sila. So,
Oo.
yung gym talaga na puno namin yun na isa-isa sila. Parang trying out the equipments. So, yung mga ganon na parang, okay, sige, medyo, kahit na wala akong planong mag-exercise, sige, exercise. Para makasama sila. And then the little kids naman, we help them, we ask them to prepare their kickboards, they're playing, swimming toys, yung mga ganon.
Aha.
Swimming clothes. So making sure that they have the toys that they want to bring.
Aha.
No? So, yung mga ganun
Yeah.
lang, little things that allow them to look forward to it. And whenever they feel na no interest, parang just reminding them every time that the value of why do we do these things.
Salamat, Mami Wendy. What I'm getting from those tips from our families is una, yung importance talaga of knowing the children, their personalities, as in individually. So, kagaya ng nasabi ni Daddy Javi and Mommy Des na parang kailangan kilala mo kung ano yung mga interest ng bawat isa. And then they, of course, take time to do those interests with them, the whole family. So I think that's really important in setting up something for the whole fam to know ano ba yung mga interests, ano yung mga hindi masyadong trip ng bawat isa. And then from Mommy Wendy, I think important nga yung also involving the children
Yes.
in what do they think, even voting, mga ginagawa rin namin yan na para ano yung gusto nyo ngayong gawin, saan nyo gusto kumain, et cetera, et cetera. And it's very empowering also for the children. Even being given small tasks, yun nga, to pack their own things, gives them some sort of ownership in what the family plans to do.
Yes,
Galing.
actually, I agree, no? Kasi what I'm seeing also with both families, yung importance of time and schedule. Kasi it also, lalo na sa mga older kids, no? Like, at least on my part, no? It's really important to like know din naman yung sense of respect of the time of other people also. Kasi you don't wanna also just, pilitan lang, diba? So, I also like what Daddy Javi said na yung speaking their language, depende kung sino yung kausap na anak. Kasi that's so true.
Oo.
Iba-iba yung personality. So, syempre, paano ko ba siya i-convince na maganda itong pupuntahan natin na place? To me, as in, that could go so many places talaga. Kasi if you you nail that down, parang, okay, pupunta ako. Like, that's really exciting for me. And on Mommy Wendy naman, no, yung reminding the kids yung importance as to why they're doing it. Like that's to me that's also really important. And siguro na ngayon we're approaching the Holy Week. I'm curious to know.
Or we're in the Holy Week actually.
We're in the Holy Week. Yeah, sorry, we're recording the show, so when we show this, we're already in the Holy Week. So I'm curious to know, do you have any family rituals? How do the kids participate in those family rituals?
Pre-pandemic, we would usually spend Holy Week in Tagaytay. So we would do the Stations of the Cross, the usual Easter Vigil, ganyan. The Stations of the Cross would go through the barangay. So even Franco would carry the one Station of the Cross one at a time. And then in the pandemic, what we did is with other parents, we would do virtual activities. So yung mga stations across would go virtual. So they would do activities per station, and then we would just do it here at home. So, and then naka-video call yung ibang families or nagsasend ng pictures. Oh, we did this, what we did, this is what we did. But hopefully this year, well, mukhang level 1 pa rin. So hopefully we'll be going back to the physical one. And I think iba pa rin when you're with other families, with your other people, physically walking station to station, or doing the Easter Vigil na nasa loob ng simbahan. Iba pa rin din having it virtually at home. So hopefully, well, yun nga, mukhang level 1 pa rin. So we'll be doing that this year.
We'll observe the Holy Week at home pa rin. No? We'll continue to attend masses, yung liturgies in the parish, because we also have a small parish here in the village. Perhaps we'll go also visit the iglesia, visiting churches like we do during pre-pandemic. Actually, we started Lent na rin with family confession because I got the chance to see, to have confession in our parish. So we invited all the boys, all the family, no? And we did it before the Ash Wednesday because they can do it in the school. Usually the school provides them this opportunity, in confession. We also encourage them to join their own youth groups in our community. So recollections, activities like siguro yung pareho nila, Daddy Shavi. And somehow last few weeks ago, we also involved them to distributing some food packs to street children as part of our Lenten observance. So ito yung mga ginagawa namin, and ngayon parang yung fasting and abstinence, we also introduce it to them that we do it as a family. So nag-vote ulit kami ano yung gusto naming i-let go, and we decided to go on dessert. Sabi ko, ano mas gusto niyo? Dessert or drinks? Parang medyo ayaw nila ng drinks daw. They got to drink their soda. So dessert kami ngayon. So yung ganon. And then, so sabi namin, okay, we have naman dessert every Sunday, during Lord's Day. So Friday is a no-meat day for us then, introducing that abstinence. And together with our community, we also have this, yung Seder meal, yung observance of the Holy Week, like starting on Thursday, the Seder meal, and which is what we call the Christian Passover. And Last Supper, the Good Friday naman, recollections, liturgy, and Easter Vigil. So dun sa mga, we appropriate lang inviting the children to the activities. So yung mga older kids can join us during recollections in the community. But for some, the Easter Vigil, we invite them to bring all their, kasi it's a fun activity for the Easter Vigil, where we have to bring our musical instruments and all. So, something that they look forward to also when they joined us.
Salamat, Ma'am Wendy. So actually, magandang encouragement yun for the families listening right now. Sa Holy Week na ito, lalo na tomorrow, Monday, Thursday already. It will be good to talk about it as a family, like kung ano yung mga gusto nating gawin for this holy season. To maximize it as well. Kasi I think good opportunity rin yung Holy Week to apply ano ba yung mga pwede natin gawin together and i-plan together as families. So yun.
Yun lang, yung mga smaller boys medyo nabobore, no? Kasi medyo mahaba yung ating rituals.
Tama.
Yeah, siguro lalabas na naman yung mga yung mga materials like even the coloring for set, yung mga related to our Christian faith. Kasi whenever they do that, parang we just need to keep on reminding them the value of why we do them and the richness of our faith.
Yes.
Yun parang being with them and allowing them to participate or just being there kahit na alam ko they want to go out na and do their stuff.
Tama, kating-kate na silang
But since we still have the control with them, especially for the younger ones, they follow naman and they obey.
Yes. Malaking bagay yun, yung imparting it in a way na apt also for their age, ano. So,
I think
maraming ang
papasok dito
materials
yung
yun.
creativity ng
Tama,
parents. And
oo.
your FRC fam, I'm pretty sure you all can relate when you have younger kids and you kind of want to encourage them to do something that they're not really as interested. You have to find a way to make it meet their interests in some way and catch their attention. Like,
Yes, tama.
creativity is the key.
Oo, yes.
Diba? Even yung sa mga, minsan yung mga Bibles right now, diba, you see yung mga shortened versions and then yung may mga pictures na mas
Important
attractive
yung
to
visuals.
kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Visuals,
To
yun
catch their
talaga.
attention.
Mm-mm.
So, siguro ngayon, nandito na tayo sa dulo ng ating episode. And what we'd like to hear from each family is yung huling pabaon or tips na lang nila for the families, again, listening to us in this episode. Like how, I mean, regarding to setting up summer fun with the fam, or just basically planning family activities. What's an important tip that you'd like to leave them with?
Okay. Siguro the best tips that we as a family can give to all the FRC family watching is really first get to know your children, get to know your family members so that you know exactly kung anong gusto nila and ano yung gusto nilang gawin. Because iba yung gusto namin gawin as husband and wife, father and mother, pero ayaw naman gawin ng kids mo. So you'll just have a miserable time. Just in your vacation or what you're doing. So find out what your kids want. And even if iba-iba yan, you can schedule it out in different days. Anyway, summer is a long time. So every kid can have their spotlight time and do what they want to do. And also involve yourself because nothing beats family bonding if the whole family is involved. So
Yes.
make time for it, spend time with your kids, spend time as a family, and do what each family member wants to do. And you'll have a great summer.
Thank you,
Thank
Daddy
you.
Javi, for
Agree,
those words.
Franco? Agree?
Yes,
Yes.
We agree too.
inviting us.
Yes, thank you also, Franco, for your time. Mommy Wendy?
Yeah, I agree with Daddy Shavi, no? Parang we parents just need to be creative talaga in planning activities for our children. It doesn't need to be costly. No, it doesn't have to be costly. So I remember when the early years that funds or budget is not so much. Parang we cannot afford to even travel, no, abroad. Parang vacation, visiting grandparents, or even go to the beach. I remember when they were young, yung first three, parang go picnic lang sa UP kasi Roy is working in UP before we parang when we fetch him, doon lang kami sa likod ng bahay ng alumni. Maglalatag lang ako doon ng banig and then bring some food to eat. Masaya na sila doon. Parang they don't they don't expect grandeur in terms of vacation, but really spending time together. That's one thing. It's good that we also find their interest that will appeal to them. So definitely interests of males and females are different are different talaga, but it's good that meron sila pa rin common activity together, that they can learn from one another and that they can enjoy one another. Yung planning ahead is also one thing that we keep on mentioning, that in terms of schedule, respecting their own schedule, giving them heads up on your plans and allowing them to be involved in the planning. So really allowing them to understand why do we do these things, and because we would like to really grow in our love for one another, we would like to know each other and deepen our relationship as a family.
Thank you, Mommy.
Salamat, Mommy
Wendy.
So, yung nakuha ko talaga dito, Chay, is syempre as an adult child na ngayon. Malaking bagay talaga yung family bonding. Like, I can speak for my experience also from before, how my parents would really protect family time for us, do things or try out things that we can do together. Kahit na minsan, alam ko, bagot na bagot ako sa isip ko as a child. I know
Hindi ko
it's
gusto gawin
important
to.
as we grow up, no? na lalo na may mga sarili-sarili na rin tayong schedule at buhay. So very important. This is a refreshing reminder also for me to, of course, do my part as well with my family. Salamat
That's true.
po.
And I'm really happy that the kids were also able to join us because I think it also shows the sense of involvement they are giving in the families. So I'm really
Yes.
thank you so much, Franco,
Thank you,
for your
Franco
time.
and
Thank you, Seth. I know
Thank
you feel like
you.
we're all adults, but we're really
I
happy that
know,
you were
I
able.
know you're all kids.
Kids.
Yes,
No,
I'm a
yes,
kid.
that's true.
Very good. Pero sobrang totoo yung sinabi mo, no, Rap, yung minsan di mo gusto gawin, pero since you want that sense of bonding with your siblings, your family, your parents, you try to really, yun nga, you get along and you try to really get into their interests as well. Kahit, oh my gosh, parang detail sa'yo, ayoko to gawin. Pero if you remind yourself rin, like what Mommy Wendy also mentioned, if you remind yourself why you're doing it, para okay na. Like, sige, magkakasama tayo. Okay na yun. And as a panganay,
Oo. Yes, you
kasi
know.
minsan ikaw yung kailangan mag-plan, ikaw yung kailangan magiging middle person na hindi
Mag-set ng
magkasundo.
tone, ganyan.
Huwag kayong mag-away. So, like yung mga ganun, like it's part of it. And it's, at the end of the day, as long as you get the family bonding with all of it, nasan man kayo, no? Usap lang kayo kahit nasan kayo, sa bahay, whatever, diba? Doesn't really matter. It's the company that you're with, the comfort that you get, and the warmth of the family. I think today we're able to show this to our FRC fam. I would like to thank them, FRC fam, for staying with us, for joining us, for being our family, of course, in today's episode. Summer fun with the fam.
Yes. So tulungan tayong i-navigate yung irritability ng lahat sa init ng summer ngayon.
Yes.
With the warmth of our families. So maraming salamat again, Mommy Wendy, Daddy Javi, and Mommy Des. Of course, together with Franco and Seth.
Thank you.
It's been a very fun episode with just sharing of mga kwento ng mga families natin. And I hope, of course, may mga na-pick up tayo, FRC fam, from their experiences with their family bonding activities.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you to our guests. Thank you to our FRC fam. Catch us again next month. This is Shai.
And Rap, who leave you with the wise words of Venerable Patrick Peyton that
The family that prays together stays together.
and a world at prayer is a world at peace. Dear FRC fam, maraming salamat.